How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of, well, it's Getting Jiggly. Oh, it's going to be so hard to remember how to say that. Getting Jiggly with board games, getting jiggly with it. It doesn't matter what I say, as long as you guys can search for me. We are getting it played today with a little bit of Nature Solos. For those who are not aware, Nature is a game based off of the evolution system, long line of evolution system, that has been adapted and changed many a times. We have played one or two evolution games on the channel, not sure, by another publisher. This is by a publisher, and I don't have their oh, North Star. There we go. This is the North Star version. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and play a solo one. I was thinking I was going to play the modules, and then I tried to look into the modules, and the modules add stuff. So it's supposed to be a quick game in solo, maybe about 30 minutes. So I think we'll play one round in regular nature, and then I'll go stupid, and I'm going to add the tundra and the natural disasters in the second second playthrough. So let's go ahead and flip with the camera. I'll give a rundown, kind of how this works. I think I got it under control. Unfortunately, I don't have a player aid. They did not give me a player aid for solo. You have a regular player aid. This really doesn't need to be that far down on the screen, to be honest. But they didn't give you a solo player aid, so that'll be a point deducted in my first impressions. So, nature, basically, you're going to be building out animals, and you have your size, or you have your size and you have your population. So size is this dial, population are the tokens. It's confusing, but it's what it is. In solo, Rainy is her name. She's going to be playing, she starts with 2. We get to start with 1. I don't know how big this is going to get. So you'll be playing cards. These cards have, I'll just go to the bottom of the deck because I'm not going to get there. These cards have particular attributes that may give them defense or may give them attack. They may also have some kind of trait at the bottom. I know I shuffled these. Look at that. Too fast together. Too plain. I guess I need to shuffle about 3 more times. That will help them either hunt or forage or do whatever it is they need to do. On your turn, you're going to what they call adapt, right? So you're going to play cards in one of 3 ways. I'm either going to play a card to increase my size. I'm going to play or discard a card to increase my size, discard a card to increase my population, or play the cards into my existing animal to give them traits. You can have up to 3 traits. For the bot, she basically uses this deck of cards. It's going to have some symbols, and on the bottom of each card there's a symbol. So we're going to match the symbol and attach it to that particular animal. The next thing we have is some free actions. For free actions, we can become a hunter. So a hunter, we flip over our dial, and instead of eating the leaves, the wonderful, wonderful leaves, we eat the other animals. And that could mean eating your own animal. You want to try to eat your opponent's animal, of course. You can also discard traits because you don't want a trait anymore, right? So you can just discard it. Then we're going to feed. So based on their size, they're going to be able to get a certain amount of food. Does it actually tell you how much per size? I'll have to probably look that up the first couple times. But you can get food from here. Certain traits may give you an ability that says if somebody forages, then you get a free meat, right? So there are meat tokens, a key. Meat. Or you can hunt, which means you can attack somebody else as long as your defense or their defense and your attack are equal or greater, which then of course will kill one of their population to feed your population. And again, you could have some card that gives you additional food for the population. If somebody doesn't get to eat by the time they're completely out of food and there's no more hunting going on, they will starve and they will die. You flip them over. For everybody that get fed, you put their tokens in their fancy schmancy bags. It says a player screen, so I don't know if the regular games comes with player screens, but this is the deluxe, so it came with these bags to put the tokens into for scoring, because it's supposed to be a secret. Shh. And then anybody who died basically will be added to the population of your next animal, the next species that you end up creating. So I think, like I said, this is going to be kind of an introductory game, so I'll probably be looking through the rulebook, especially for the solo, because like I said, I don't know why. She has player aids for all of the modules, or some of the modules, but she doesn't have a player aid for just like true actual solo. This is a big deck. I think I've got my promos in here. I know these are promos. I think there was like one or two like actual cards that were promos. Well, that would kind of make the game unbalanced if there's not a decent amount of that same promo card, because then everybody would be able to get it. Don't know. But yeah, these are promos, so they're basically the promo version of the Hunter card just has exclusive art or alternate art for the leopard, for the snow leopard. There is a first player snow leopard as well somewhere. All right, so we're going to start. So we gain a new species. All right, and now we're going to draw 5. So I get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get my 5 cards. And then the bot, she gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they are played in a pile. I believe she should start with these at the beginning of the game. So let's look here. Yeah, we'll have a solo card. Draw the top card, place it face up. Yeah. So here we go. So this one here is a scamp. So it's a little scamp. And then this one here is a scavenger. So that is a scavenger. They have no special rules, so sometimes they may have a special rule on them as well that we'll have to do. For the first 3 rounds, they use this one or this one. For the 4th round, they use this. If they lose population, then it flips to the other side. So that's how that works. All right. So I go first. I can add traits. So clawed, I get +2 while eating. That seems really important. Let's go ahead and do that. I think we do need to increase our population. I have 2 scavenging, so I think I'll discard 1 to get us some more population, because I can feed up to 3. So let's get up to 3. Let's get our maximum. Foraging, I only need 1 foraging because I got, like I said, 1, 2, 3. Scavenging after a species hunts, eats 2 meat. I'm not going to need that. Avid forager. You may forage 1 additional time, cannot be triggered. Okay, so here we go. So here's one of the promos. So there are some promos. But avid forager may forage 1 additional time, cannot be larger than size 2. Cannot be larger than size 2. You can hold back cards as well. That way, if you want to use them during the feeding phase, you can discard them. But I think I want to just add everything. So avid forager, let's do this. Let's do Tusked. Let's do avid forager. And then we're going to go ahead and discard scavenging. This is going to be one well-fed group of individuals. Oh no, I don't need to go to 2 yet. I don't need to go 2 yet. I can go back to 1. I want to get another population. Because I don't know what she's going to do, right? And what her traits are going to be. So, do the first card. It has the bird symbol. The bird symbol is here. So there are also, and it may be hard to see in the camera, there are also symbols around it. There's like a circle. There's like a D. That is going to make her do a specific thing in the card. So the circle is going to have her discard the card to gain a population. Boop. All right. So let me draw her next card. Nope, I think we were supposed to set aside 1 card. Or is that I think that's just the 4th round. Oh no, 4th round only is set aside a card. Draw a card, do the icon, assign it to the species. Okay. This is what I said. There's, unless I'm just missing it or I didn't see it, I'm thinking there should be a solo player aid somewhere, because going through this book is not the easiest. All right, so plant is a plant. There's no other symbol, so it gets attached. So she has opportunistic now. So opportunistic basically means that after any of her species forages or hunts, they eat 2 meat if there is still leaves in the watering hole. So basically when hers eat, they get to eat 2 meat as well. All right, and we'll keep drawing. Clawed. So this is a sun, so a gear. That's going on this one too. So clawed, +2 when eating. Another one, so she's putting 2 in the same one. So that one is full. This one can't hold anymore. And then for her last one is a leaf. So that just gets added there. So that is tusked for that one. All right. So that was the regular stage. So now we're going to go to the forage or hunt. So only with 1 hungry species, you only get to do 1 at a time. So mine is going to forage for 1. So I forage for 1, and then I get +2 when eating grass. So 1, 2. So everybody's fed. Basically, it says when the watering hole becomes empty, I can eat a meat. That's not going to do me good because all of my population is full. And then same thing here. I may forage an additional time. I can't do that right now because again, everybody's full. There's no reason to. So we're going to come over here, and she did not turn into a hunter. There is a red symbol. That's when she turns into a hunter. So they're going to do the same thing. They're going to forage. They have a population of 1, or a size of 1, so they only get 1. And then after a species forages or hunts, eat 2 meat if they're still in the watering hole. There are. So she can only do 1 for that population. I can't do anything else, so I have to pass. And then back to here, she has again forage of 1. There's 1 in there. So there you go. So this is what they would. This is the recommended beginner. So there's 3 in here now, but that's all that refills each term. So this will slowly start to go down. All right, feed, pass if I can't do it, and start. Anytime during your turn, you may discard cards, add more scoring. So now we eat our food. Put this in our bags. And she puts this in her bags. So nobody starved. Everybody got food that round. All right, and then so now we need to add to the watering hole. So we're adding 3 times the number of players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems like way too much. That does seem like way too much each time. Yeah, in a solo game, you add 6. Yeah. Okay, so that's, again, this can be random. The first game, it says put 3, so that's what I did. All right, so we each get another species to add. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I didn't want it to take up the whole table, so I kind of tried to do this. The cards don't really line up in a good way to where you can read the text and the abilities, really. So I get another species. And she gets in now. She's going to be the fun one, because I definitely don't know how I'm going to fit 3 species over here. And give that one a card. Hopefully that's see, that's what I meant. And I knew that was going to start to happen, as it's not visible. All right, so these are all together. 1, 2, 3. Put those together. And that one's there. And then I get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am playing on mouse difficulty too. So mouse difficulty, she has 5 cards. And her population starts at 1. So, all right. So the adapt phase again. So When I can feed, when they forage 1, 2, 3, if the watering hole becomes empty, then it gets +1. And I can forage 1 additional time, which would give you another 3. So technically I can do up to 6 here. This guy here, though, currently needs some traits. Horned, when hunted, kills the population of 100 equal to the species size. Tusked, when the watering hole becomes empty, you get to eat. You get to eat. Opportunistic, after any of your species forages or hunts, eats 2 if there's still water. So that's the one that she has. And then +2 food while eating. Actually, that's a good question. Do you take, so now I'm wondering, when you're eating, do you take the extra from here? This just says the same thing the cards say. Let's see here. So when eating, oh, it's not this book. There we go. There's a reference guide. So let's check clawed, for example. Clawed. A species clawed adds 2 to their hunting and 1 to their defense. When foraging, a species clawed eats 2 additional plants from the watering hole. Okay, so I should have two of those should have been gone from the clawed. The extra does come from the watering hole. I was about to say that watering hole got completely filled again. So they actually would have been short 1, I think, on that last turn. But I had 3 and she had 3. But technically, yeah, everybody would have gotten fed. So, oh no, because he would have done +1, but he would have left 1 because he couldn't have eaten it. So, okay, I think we're good. All right. So, this is the hard part. Is like, okay, so I got 3 defense there. So let's get some defense. Defense. I think we'll do the opportunistic here. I think we will do. I can just make this thing really big. So let's get rid of Tusked to do here. What did I say? I could do one. I could do 6 on this one. Because I get to forage twice, so I can feed up to 6 on that and that one. And then this one can feed the one guy. Let's make that one bigger. Let's do this one to make him bigger, or the population bigger. Because again, population is a key thing, because you want as much population as possible to eat, because that's the points, right? Let's do +2 while eating. We'll do +2 while eating, and let's go ahead and discard that to get us a 3rd population. All right, and so now her turn. Plated, this can't have any more. This is here, so we're going to discard this to add a population. All right. We're on round 2. So it's a quick game because it's just 4 rounds, and in solo, you just keep going. So the first one to have this doesn't have it at all. This doesn't have it at all. So if it doesn't have it, I think she holds it for the next round. Where's my solo? Where is the solo? All right. If no species can be assigned a card, she'll keep it face down for the next round. Okay. So none have the little leopard, so she's going to keep this for next round. All right. Leaf, 3rd one down, 2nd one down. So I'm going to discard that. Population. Oops, it should have started with a population. 2 population. All right. The first bird is this one. All right, and then her last one. Another one of the cats. So none of them have the cats. So she has 2 cards for food. So she will discard her cards to make sure she has enough food. All right. So I'm going to forage with this group. Oh, there's not enough food in there, is there? If any of my species forages or hunts, eats 2 meat if they're still okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this. He's gonna forage once, which gets me +2. So these 3 get fed. And then after any species forage or hunt, I get 2 meat. So 1, 2. +2 food when eating. I'm not eating. Am I eating? Does that count? I'm thinking yes. So I would get 2 plus the 2. I get 4. What's classified as eating? This is why I decided to play the basic round first before playing with the other modules, feeding phase. So let me look up social. Let me see if social explains that a little bit better. Social. Social gets 2 additional food when it eats. The additional food comes from the same source, the original food, from the watering hole, or from the supply when it's meat. Social works when the species forages or hunts, but it can be combined with any... Social works when a species forages or hunts, but it can be combined with any trait that eats, such as opportunistic scavenging. I feel like that should be can't be combined, because the way that sentence says. Social works when a species forages or hunts, but it can't be combined with any trait. I think that's supposed to be can't. That's got to be a typo. Because otherwise this sentence doesn't make sense. Because otherwise it would just say social works when a species forages, hunts, or combined with blah, blah, blah. I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to be can't. Okay, so that does not... We're going to play that it should be can't. I'll have to go out to BGG just to verify. All right. All right, so then she's going to... Her oldest species is going to go first. So they're going to forage, and they get +2, but they only need 2. This doesn't activate because it's not empty. After any species hunts, it eats 2 meat. So technically this would have fired on me because I ate. So they're fed. And then this guy here can't do anything because they have no traits. No traits whatsoever. Okay. So now it comes back to me. I can get the last one. So I did that. After any of my species forages or hunts, I gain 2. I only need 1. So I'm good there. Went back to her. They're good. They're good. This one can forage. There's nothing to forage for. So she will discard a card. This is only going to give her 1 that she can use. And then I can't do anything, so she can do this card. That gives 4. And she will take 1. So again, nobody has died. We have lost no population. All right, so now we gather our points, put them in our bag. She has... I have a larger population than her, so I'm doing pretty good, I think. All right, round 3. I get another population. Yeah, I feel like this game, even in solo, is going to take more room. So I've got it zoomed in. I'm kind of in the same area that I would normally play, like Marvel Champions or something. And this is taking all of that room. So do that. Do that. You guys want to see some bloodshed? I know it, guys. I know it. I'm sorry. There's no bloodshed. And she's going to make another another species. You guys just won't be able to see it because we have run out of camera space. She has a glutton. All right, and then a population of 1. All right. So 5 cards for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if this is normal that people aren't supposed to be dying yet. I mean, because I've just been able to feed myself. I haven't had a need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and if somebody's wondering what the meeple's for, this is for like more for a multiplayer game. It just helps identify a hunter, right? You can have the meeples. So there's a couple different meeples that came with it. Like here we got a wolf, basically one per I think region. Because you got a wolf, you got a tiger, an anaconda, a bear. There's a bird and dinosaurs in there for the other sets. All right, so what do we got? I got another social. All right, so again, I can feed up to 6. There's definitely 6 out there this time. So I think I want to get this to max size of 6. Although if I feed 2, then it's 2 for. Yeah, I only have to do it. I already get 4, and then I forage additional time. I can get technically 8 if it's a size 2. This one here pretty much gets fed just from them eating. So let's do the same thing there. Let's let them get fed by them eating. After any species, they get fed too. So they're going to get 2 meat. So let's increase that population. Get rid of this opportunistic and get another population here. I have a bunch of scavenging. After any species hunts, eats 2. After any species hunts. Problem is none of my species and none of their species are hunters. So I think I'm going to play this. I'm basically making 2 identical species here. And then I will discard this to do this. And then let's hang on to this just for extra food because it's a 4. So if I need that. Okay. So now she is going to go. This one here. So horned, but it's circle, so that actually goes away, and she increases her population. This one is the bird, so the bird is here. So social +2 food when eating. Then the gear is this one, so clawed +2 food while eating. Avid forager, so I guess there were a couple of the promos. It's not just one of each. That's good, because that would kind of be unfair if only one person gets the promo. This is a leaf thingy, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So she'll discard that to get a population. And the last one for her is a leaf. 1, 2. It'll go here. This is the first one, which is horned. All right. So I need to eat. So this is my eating group. So we're going to eat with this one. So I get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This gets +2 after something eats. So 1, 2. This gets +2 after somebody eats. 1, 2. All right. So that was my forage. All right. So she's going to start here and forage as well. She gets 1 and then +2. So she gets enough to feed there. She has, after any species hunts, nobody hunts. And her opportunistic, and that's a bad thing. The opportunistic is on this one, which is the first one to eat. All right, so back to, let me double check the eating order, that it is supposed to be left to right. I think it is supposed to be left to right. Or am I supposed to be making the best decision for her? Well, that is not the solo. Maybe I've been cheating her because I'm not doing the best for her. Eating. Feeding phase. Feeding phase standard rules following Rainy. Rainy will always forage first if she can. Rainy will first eat with the species that will provide her the most food foraging, which are all the same. If 2 or more are tied, to eat from the leftmost. That's what I thought. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're doing it right. So this one's going to forage, meaning that opportunistic does not take an effect. Comes back to me. I'm going to forage again, so I can take my 1 by doing that. Both of these are now going to be completely fed as well. All right. So then back to her. We'll go to the next one. They're going to forage for 1. They get +2 in eating. So that is 1, 2, 3. I can't do anything else. We come here. She can't feed. They get starved. She can't feed. They get starved. So she lost 4 population that go round. So we'll put these back there for a second. We'll put these back on the bottom. It's weird. There's more cards than there are rounds. So I'm kind of confused about that with her. All right, so her next one is going to get some extra. Let's put these in the bag. In the bag you go. I got lots of food. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of food. So this game, from what I've read and what I understand, is like without any modules added, the game really is kind of bare bones as we're seeing here. So I think it gets a lot, not to say better, but more complex, more to do, more planning and thinking. Because like I haven't even needed to turn into a hunter, because we've technically had the food most of the time. Now this time will be a little bit rougher. I'll probably still be okay because she's only going to take 2 here. So I'll still be good, I mean, with what I've got there. All right, so I get one more. I don't know where I'm going to put this. Yeah, you need a large play area for this, even for solo. All right, so let's slide everybody down as much as I can. I haven't needed the defense or anything. I'll deal with the defense if that comes up. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it if it happens. Because we need the room. All right, so this is our new species with a population of 1. Same thing here. She's going to just slide her down a little bit. All right. All right, and then her new species that we're making gets 4 plus the initial 1 that it comes in with. So this is a big population of 5. And it is a predator. So she finally has somebody who's hunting. So a predator. We are in round 4. So that means we'll be following the 4 track now. All right, so predator, when played, add hunter trait. If the species size is 2 or less. The species size is not 2 or less. The species size is 5. So she doesn't even get the predator. It came in as a predator. She doesn't get to be a predator. Now she could be if we pulled a card. So it is possible those can still be a card. I had kept this extra card in case, and I didn't need it. There is no hand limit. You always get 5 new cards. Okay. So we got that, got that, got that. Yeah, I don't know if I add the modules. I don't know where I'm going to put all the extra stuff, because just trying to put these guys on the table is taking all the room. I'm probably going to have to use the zoomed out, which means then you guys are going to see the mess that's on the table. Oh, man. All right, what are we going to do? So, we need this guy to be able to eat pretty good. I feel like she's going to turn into, I feel like she'll turn into a predator. Because these 2 are both full with traits, so all the traits are going to go here no matter what. Oh no, that last round doesn't have a predator symbol. She can't turn into a predator. She does set 2 cards aside. Fourth round, set 1 card aside. For each of any species that, okay, here we go. Set 1 card aside for each of any species that can forage from a watering hole. Keep these cards face down until step 3. So 2, 3, because all 3 of them can forage. Yeah. Okay. So she's only going to play 2 cards as well. Oh wow. Okay, that's not going to go very well for her. So I don't need defense, so we will get rid of that. Get that. Let's be a hunter. Let's be a hunter. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We will. The watering hole is going to become empty, so let's put that on. Let's put that on this one, on my hunter. So I'm a hunter, has +2 defense. Has no attack though. We gotta. Oh, we don't have any attack. I'm a hunter that cannot attack. Well, that doesn't work very well. I mean, I can attack for 1. She has defense of 2, 2, 2. Nothing right now. So we need to increase our size so we can have a higher population. Can only be hunted by species just as fast. Here we go. We will put, for the third trait, we put scavenging. Because that, after any species hunts, we get to eat 2. So that already feeds these 2 just from hunting. Let's do this. Let's increase our size by 2. So we're going to be a 3 attack, and then we'll get rid of that to get another population here, because they're automatically going to get fed from him. I can feed up to 4 here automatically. Could have done the same thing here technically. All right. Back to Rainy's turn. I think it's Rainy, right? Rainy. It's a leaf. It has no leaves. Oh, wow. Oh, no, we're going to... Well, even in the 4th round, there's no leaf. It's a single leaf, no single leaf. So she basically saved all of her cards for eating. And that's still a size 1. So I didn't even need to make myself a size 3. All right. So we're going to forage with this one. So forage for 1. But I get +2. Because after anybody forages or hunts, gets 2 meat. And then this one activates as well. 1, 2. And then, yeah, so that's that. Yeah, we haven't hunted and all that. So, all right. So we come back to her. Left one's going to go because she doesn't have a hunter. So she's going to forage first. So same thing. She's going to forage. She has the +2, but it doesn't matter because she's only got a population of 2. I thought I had another one. Hunts. Watering hole becomes empty. Yeah, that's it. All right. So back to me. I'm going to forage for the last one, which gives me 1, 2, 3 meat. Yep. So that's my turn on this side. Back to her. She's going to go to this one. They're going to try to forage. They can't forage, so she will discard a card and add 3. And so she's gonna, now she can forage, so 1, and she gets +2 while eating. So 2, 3. When the watering hole becomes empty, I'm already fully fed. They're fully fed, so that doesn't matter. Back to me. I'm going to hunt here. I have a... let me double check the hunting. How does that work? Size 3. Let's go to hunting. First time we've hunted. I want to do the hunting just to say I've done it. Ronnie's predator is size 1, so should be a hunter. Oh, you're right. I said size and I counted the population earlier. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, so she should be a predator. There you go. So she is a hunter as well. So it is back to me though, so she isn't hunting yet. So technically she would have had 1 card I shouldn't have put to the side, but then she couldn't play any of the cards anyways. Hungry. Hunt value equal to or greater than the defense. So what is my hunt value? If I don't have any claws, do I have a hunt value? Oh yeah, 3 for the size and then the clawed. Yeah, so my hunt value is 3. 90 species, defense 2. for its size. So matted species legal target. Flips over one population from the species. The hunter kills one population of the hunted species. The player who controls the hunted species chooses which population. Okay, so it's just one. So you only flip over one. Okay. So then I'm going to hunt over here. And so flip one of those. And then, oh yeah, when the watering hole became empty, I should have fed. I missed that one. And then so I just hunted. So I get another one. And then she prioritizes. See when played effect. Yeah. She prioritizes hunting. Rainy chooses hunting in this order. She will eat the species that loses her the least population across all of her species. For example, Rainy can eat 2 species. One is your size 4 species, which will kill her species. The other is for one that she owns, which kills 1 population. She will prefer to eat one of your species before her own. Okay, so none of my species have defense, so she can't go after them, but she can go after all of these guys. So doesn't matter which one. And then the meat where's the meat go? I remember reading something about the meat. Yeah, if that population killed had food token on it, return the food to the supply. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So that goes back to the supply, but technically it goes over here. I can't eat anymore because all of my people are good. So she's going to eat that one. She's basically going to eat this entire... She can eat all the monkeys. She's eating all of my monkeys. She ate all my monkeys. Because I didn't put any defenses on them. So, there you go. That's the end of that. So now we'll go to the final scoring. Final scoring. Scoring. Remove the plant meat from... All right. Game's in. Yeah. Game in. So she gets all this back. These are all hers. And then the 1 point for every plant and every meat. So it's just 1 for it. 2 point as a game in bonus for each surviving species. They completely exterminated that. They're extinct. If it goes extinct, then I would have gotten those cards back, but it was the 4th round. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 24, 26. So she has 26. Somebody remember that. 26. I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I think I win. 35 to what did I say? 24, 26, 27. I forget what I said she had. All right, so there we go. That is that one. So let's quickly get set up for to add the modules in. This is just going to be chaos. I can see it now. I shouldn't be doing this as my second gameplay, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. Normally I do be right back for this, but this seems pretty quick to clean up. All right, so there's all of those. Put those back in there. Why is that one kind of orange? That one has a bad print. It's kind of got orange on it. My T-Rex has got a broken tail too. It's kind of sad. Poor T-Rex. All right. So solo there. You're all you. So, well, let me see. Congrats. Appreciate it. All right, let me see what happens. I think about, like I said, I think if I do my I don't have a medium zoom. So if I do HDMI, that's just a little bit too far out. Yeah. I could zoom in, but I don't know how far to zoom in. I have to get on the table too, which is what's bad. I think we were okay. We'll stick with it. We'll stick with it. I'll just move the. Well, we don't need the lake anymore because we're going away from the lake. We are going to the tundra. Tundra. So there is the tundra, which means we need the wolf, right? The wolf's in the tundra. Yeah, this is going to be entertaining. So we have tundra. We also have the events. So the events go in her deck as well. So we're going to shuffle that up. Let's slide all this up a little bit. We have a cold dice. So this is going to cause population to die. We need to shuffle that. We need to shuffle. I've already shuffled it, but I'll shuffle them all again. And then we have our event deck. So our natural disaster event deck. Again, I'm adding like everything all at once. This is not a good idea. In any way, shape, or form, is this a good idea for my second play? But we do this for you. We do this for you. All right, let's shuffle. I wasn't thinking I was going to sleeve these cards, but you got to shuffle quite a bit. All right. I think there's a card upside down in there. Saw it. The hunter. All right. See how much more room that gives me, because now I have to have this second deck, which is the Tundra deck. So there will be new traits in here to protect us from the cold. I've never learned how to do a bridge shuffle. To this day, still can't do a bridge shuffle. My niece made fun of me when she came because she can do it. That's because she's a magician. No, she's not a magician. And then we have to shuffle hers because we now have all those extra cards. Tundra plus natural disasters is one of my favorite combinations. It can be tough. Got to play to control Ronnie. Okay. See, I made my thumbnail and said what I was going to play before I actually read the rules. I had just watched One Stop Co-op Shop's playthroughs. I didn't realize that some of the modules couldn't be combined. And so Rainforest is a location and Tundra is a location, so I can't combine those two. So then I was looking, okay, what else haven't people played? And I haven't seen much on Tundra or Natural Disaster. So I'll be, of course, updating my thumbnail and everything after the stream. But we will see how badly this goes. All right, so that's that. Who's at? Just to save some room. So normally when you add natural disasters and normally when you add Tundra, you'll actually go to 5 rounds. In solo, it is still just 4 rounds. Although her deck gets really big considering we're only doing 4 rounds. All right, solo Tundra. The difference is when Ronnie is increasing for a species each round, she does not discard 2, she discards 1. So for me to increase my species, I need to discard 2, or population. She will not add more population for that species. Another card would have that same species population increase size instead. Non-Arctic Tundra solo card, add hibernating. Huh? Non-Arctic. I guess it's in there. Okay, so if another card would have the same species increase population. Okay, so she increases. She want to add more for that species. Okay, so she doesn't increase a species more than once. She increases size instead. Okay. Feeding phase. When considering which species to feed Rennie, we'll add what is already in the watering hole plus 1 food for each card that is in her hand. Rennie will always feed hungry species without the migratory grazing trait first. Rennie will use migratory grazing only if the watering hole is empty. Rennie will always take food to fill fat tissue as if she were hungry. Rennie will use hibernating at all times except when all species Rennie has left to feed have hibernating trait or Rennie chooses to feed a species with a hibernating trait. Did you get all that? Oh, man. For me, before adding anything to the watering hole, we need to roll the cold die to determine the cold level. Adapting phase, have to discard 2 instead of 1 for my population. Feeding phase, if you discard a card to add 2 grazing, it will only add 1 regardless of the number on the card. So the same thing as what hers said, it only adds 1 instead of what's on the card. At the end of the feeding phase, the cold will kill animals from each species equal to the cold level unless that species has cold protection. A species' cold protection is the number on its size dial added to the number on the... so it's size plus there's a snowflake icon. Player scored the game. End of game bonus at the end of every round, including the final round. Oh, he scored the end game bonus. Okay. How do you score that during the game, though? I don't know how you're supposed to track that. Was I supposed to add an extra piece of meat or a token? How do I track that? Because it's end of game. It's for each population that has survived. Does it tell me what I should do? In-game bonus. In-game bonus of 2 points for surviving. Okay, so yeah, take 2 food tokens. Yeah, use food. Box of Delights got me right as I found it in the book. All right. And then natural disasters. There's no play rate. I looked, unless it's shuffled in there. There's no play rate. So natural disasters. I think we just reveal a card at the beginning of each round. Yeah. 4 disasters will be flipped in the game. That's a lot of disasters. I mean, that stack is like yay thick for 4 disasters. Yeah. So on each round. So guess we'll start here and go across. So let's go ahead and... I like these big dice though. I need to use these for when I play Marvel Champions. I got 2. It's got 2 of them. It's got this one and there's another one in there. I don't know what the other one's for. It's a brown dice instead of white one. All right, so our cold is 4. We need to know what we are feeding. We are feeding 8. 8 each turn. No, I think this is even still just 4. I think that's even still just 4, even on game setup. Where did Tundra go? Yeah, when you flip the card, do not multiply. Yeah! Fun times! Fun times. All right. So, I get a species. She gets 2 species. Oh. Second, when feeding, if Rani would starve from a population from this species, feed this species 1 meat, increase size, and starve its remaining hungry. Ooh, it eats itself. That's... it's cannibalism, man. Oh, another one. Predator. When played, if Rani has no hunter, add the hunter trait to her largest species. Oldest break ties. So this is... They're both ones because we just started the game. So this becomes a hunter. Well, that explains the cannibalism. That explains the cannibalism. That explains cannibalism. All right. Let's see what our natural disaster is. So for this round, radioactive meteor shower. The maximum number of traits a species may have is reduced by 1. So that's, again, it's per round because this has a comet and the comet's going to go away. Where'd my comets go? My comets and my poison dart frogs. Let's put our comets here. I don't think I'll need that many more than that. So we'll find out. All right. So we will put you, I guess we'll just put you on top. Well, then you guys can't see it. I guess we don't need to see the hunter cards. We'll move those over here. All right, so there's only one comet. So the comet reduces each round. So basically this round we can only have a total of two traits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hang on, do I want to do 5? No, I think I want to do a mix. Let's do 3 and 2. And then she does, I think she does 3 and 2 as well. Yeah, she does 3 and, no, she does 3 from the module and 2 from the nature deck. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then I need to shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Close my eyes so I don't see what's on top. Guess it doesn't necessarily completely matter. All right, there we go. I got that. I got that. I think we're good to go. So, plus cold, which is fatty tissue. So fatty tissue may store food in this card up to its size, +1 for each food stored. Move the food stored to the hungry before each feeding phase. Okay. I know I need that. I mean, that's just, I know I need fatty tissue. All right, she has a predator, so I need to do some defense this time. So, plated gives me +4 defense. So we will go ahead and throw that on there. And then, if I do social, I get +2 for eating. Well, I can only have 2 this round. Forgot, I can only have 2. All right. So what do I want to discard to give me a larger population? I mean, I have the defense. She's not going to be able to take me out because of my defense. So I need at least one. I need at least 1 extra fatty tissue. I need 2. So I need a forage of 2. So I do need to discard a card. So let's discard social. And that puts me at 2. I forgot to get my population. I actually have to discard 2 cards. And I don't need these technically to eat, but I'm going to hold on to them for next round. All right. So, first card for her is a penguin. Penguin is on this one. So she now has migratory crossing. May forage from the supply. When foraging from the supply, 1 population is killed if any migratory predator can eat. And she is currently a migratory predator. Alright, so this is now full for this round. I can't add any more to that one. Alright, so leaf goes there. So migratory grazer. Avid forager. So this, she will discard to increase her size. Right? That's what the rule said. She does not discard 2 cards. She will not add any more for that species. I think something's miswritten there. I think it should be more after the first one that she adds. I think it's the same as the other where it said it should have been can't and it says can. I think that's a grammatical issue. Okay. Any increased population, 1. She does not discard 2 cards, she discards 1. Cool, got that. She will not add more population to the species this round. Another card in hand. Okay, so that's what it is. It's this round, and then there's a sub-bullet point to that. Like they made it 3 and 4. Yeah, it shouldn't have been written that way. Okay. She is already at maximum size, follows standard nature rules. Okay. So yeah, so that's badly worded. So yeah, she will get a population, but she only gets 1 per round. And if she needs to do it again, she'll get a forager. 2 leaves. So again, so now she's going to discard this. Move this over. So discard that. So now she's going to increase in size. And the last one. Here, which again is... She can't do that again. So now she's up to a 3. Well, that's no bueno. All right. So now we're going to go eat. So I'm going to eat 2. Which, 1 there, 1 there. All right. And then she's going to try to hunt. She can't hunt me because I'm too big for her. So can she hunt here? Oh, well, she's going to forage first. So migratory grazing. Running will use migratory grazing only when the watering hole is empty. It is not. So, she's going to use her grazers first. Their size is 3. So that's going to take the 2 that are left. So she's good. I don't need to do anything else. So back over here, may forage from the supply. When foraging from the supply, 1 population is killed if any migratory predator can eat. Whose population? Whose population? That's the question. Whose population gets eaten? Season migratory... However, one of its population will be killed if there's a species with migratory predator. Oh, okay, it's a different card. There's grazing and there's predator. So this is an omnivore, I guess. So she basically is able to take one from there. Feeding. If Rani would starve a population from this species, feed this species 1 meat, increase size, and starve the remaining. Which isn't going to happen with the migratory grazing. So it doesn't matter. All right. So that's that. We have to check the cold. Our cold is equal to that piece. Well, hang on. We got to collect our food first. Collect our points. No. We have to do the cold first. Yeah, we have to do the cold first. Yeah, because we're still in the feeding phase. All right. So at the end of the feeding phase, the cold will kill any population equal to the cold level unless the species cold protection is a number on the size dial added to the number of cold. Unfortunately, I only got 1 food. So that's only 1. That's 3. That's no good. Lost my species. All right. Over here, she has 2. 3. That's too much. She lost 1. This one is 3, 4, 5. It is good to go. So she gets to score. This goes to the new species that comes out. These cards for her extinction. That's the first time she's had something go extinct. Losing population. Yeah. Rainy species go extinct. Place a solo card on the bottom of Rainy's deck and follow the extinction rules on page 17. Maybe go to another book, guys. All right. Extinction goes extinct when the lost population is killed or starved. Place its killed population and its size dial next to your player screen. It will be added to your new species next round. The species at 100 rate, return the hunter deck. Return its traits to your hand. These cards are available immediately, which means you can discard them for foods. She has an extra card next turn, I guess. Yeah. She gets an extra card next turn. Alright. So this will be for next round. This is for my next round. And then these go back to my hand. So. Get our new dials. We're on round 2. This is a 1. Why did it say keep the dial too? Oh, this is my species for the round. And that's her species for the round. Alright, so boom, boom. And then we each get the one that we get for the round. Alright. And then 4. This one goes away. This gets rolled. 2. This is brutal. I just know that it's an 8-sided die. Rebirth. During preparation, +1 card for each species you control. Okay. So I control 1, so I get 1 extra card. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And I think we're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have a lot of cards. We don't have a lot of population of people. And we're currently at 0. Wow. Migratory predator. Yeah, I think I'm making myself a predator. And then I can also be a fat predator. Fatty, fatty. All right, that's a lot of cards. All right. And so she does 3 and 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. All right, let me shuffle these. Bye, good luck. Thanks, Box of Lights. Thanks for coming out, hanging out with me for a little bit. Catching my couple rules mistakes. Always good to have somebody in chat to help me on a first playthrough. So we get everybody the rules right if we can. All right. So this is going to happen for 2 rounds because we have two comments. All right. So to me. Oh, she needs a card. When feeding, every time the player, not Ronnie, forages, this species eats 1. Oh, wow. So when I forage, it gets to eat. Well, we're going to turn into a predator anyways. So we're a predator anyways. All right, so we're 2. We have 4, so we're good there. We can survive. We're going to discard. Let's discard one of these. I don't want to discard both of them to get another population. So I need more. I need a pack here. Let's go ahead and make ourselves chubby. We're going to make us chubby, fatty tissue. And then we will do, after any species hunts, we get to eat 2. And then we will get rid of our monkeys, because that kind of does the same thing to get another one. Another population. And then let's get rid of a plated for another population. Because right now we're eating 2. And then her grazers will feed me 1. Let's see here. Should I increase the size one too? Yeah, let's increase our size one too. So let's go to 3. All right. I'm gonna hang on to the rest of the cards. All right. So to her. Oops, sorry, put this in the wrong order. Her, you got to do left to right because the older ones are, I guess, you know, age. They're weaker, so therefore, move them left. There you go. Here she's going to discard it to gain a population. Bird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So she's going to discard it to get a population. All right. And then gear, no gear. Up gear here. So it goes here, and she becomes a hunter. I did not want her to become a hunter. So now, whoops, that one doesn't flip over. only this flips over. All right. The pelican, which is here. So she can't add any more population, so she's going to add to her size. The cat will add... Oh, no, this is the top cat, so this gets added. Oh, she's a migratory predator too. Dang it. Dang it. All right, so this one can't add anymore. So this one gets discarded. Did I already add population to this one? No, I added I added population here. No, they were 2 and 2, so I've already added population here. So now that's maximum size. Last card is a leaf, so that gets added. So social, she gets +2 for eating. All right. I only have one guy, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Luckily, I can eat her because she's only a 2. She's a 3 because she got +1 attack, and I'm 3, 4, so I'm still good. All right, so I'm going to attack 1, which feeds this one, and then after any species hunts, feed 2, and then fatty tissue doesn't activate. When a migratory grazer forages, so we don't have any this one here, so when this forages, then I get another one. Right, so we go back over to here. She's always going to do foraging first, so she's going to do this one. So they're going to forage, and she gets +2. So that feeds everybody over here. Technically, she gets just with the 4 alone, so didn't even need the +2. And then when the migratory grazer goes, I get to eat 1 meat right there. So now back to me. I'm going to hunt this one. This will be my last one. Nothing else activates. Well, I mean, yeah. See, unfortunately, I couldn't store any. And then she's going to try to eat. I'm too strong for her. Her own people are too strong for her. So, too bad. So sad. They starve. All right. So all these starve. This comes back. This goes to her hand. This goes to here. This goes to her hand. This goes there. All right. So all of my people were happy. Oh, hang on. We got to do cold. I'm good. I've got 3. They're good. They've got 6. Actually, I've got 6. They've got 6. So we're both good on cold. And she gets 3 in her little baggie. All right. All right. Next round, I get a new population. She brings back her old one. Yeah, she brings back her old one. So they start at 3. Make sure I was doing that right. I think they started. I think they still get their +1. Preparation. Okay. I'll go to page 7. All right. Preparation. Size die shine so is 1. A population. Size die represents physical lost population. Okay. If you lost population in the previous round, add all lost population to your new species. For example, 3 population were killed previous round. Stored. Sorry. Lost size. If your species became extinct in the previous round, add their size to your new species. For example, size 3 is extinct. The new species will start at size 4. If you lost 2. Okay, so it actually adds. It adds to it. So this actually, I would actually be 1 higher as well. So I need to correct that. I would have actually been at a 4 last round. And then it does add +1. So it just adds to what you're already going to do. So the reason you keep it is so we get it. Before I remember, add hibernating to Rani's non-tundra species. Propagator. Non-tundra propagator. I saw that on the player card. If it's a non-Arctic Tundra. Oh, okay. So this one, propagator. Yeah. So where do I just, I guess I just have to find a hibernating card? Yeah, I guess just add the hibernating card. May treat 2 population as if they're not hungry. Does it? Now I'm gonna look to see if it did it tell me to actually dig that out? I mean, I grabbed it from the discard pile, but yeah, Box of Delights caught that. Didn't matter. She was able to feed herself, so wasn't that big of a deal. Hibernating. Nope, that's not it. Solo. There we go. Here we go. Feeding phase. Rani will use hibernating at all times. Okay, she uses it. Where does it say to add? It says add hibernating, but it doesn't say how. Oh, here we go. When getting a new species, Rani plays a non-Arctic card. Add hibernating as a trait to this species using the win played rules above. Win played, draw cards from the deck until you find the required traits. Okay. Okay. So you just keep drawing until you find what you need. Okay. So I should have had that on her for a while. And it says she'll always. Rani will use hibernating at all times except when all species has left to feed have hibernating. So she would have actually left 2 in there. Okay, that changes her score actually. Yeah, that changes her score because she wouldn't have eaten for 2 of them because they were hibernating. Okay. So round 3. Roll the die. That is a 6. One of these goes away. 4 more of these go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of food in there for somebody to eat. We do get the +1 card. So I think. Oh no, it's for each species. So I have 2 species now. So 1, 2, 3. So I get 7. We'll do 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 4 and 3. Now I just still have 2 in my hand. Jeez. I think I'm just going to do population explosion here in a second. All right, and then the same thing here. She gets 2 extra. So she does 3 from this deck. 2 from this deck just because of the game rules, and then so that's 5. So we'll just do 1 more of each. 6, 7, and then we'll Shuffle, shuffle. Oops, forgot to draw a card for this one. This is a this is a non-Arctic. So you're looking for a hibernating. All right. Wind feeding +1 forage, wind defeating +1 defense, wind resulting cold +1 cold. And this isn't even for this particular set, and it has the +1 cold. All right. So, ooh, you can't do much because they're bigger than you. So we need to get some defense on you. Guarantee, got to get some defense. 6. That is a lot of cold, buddy. Can't be hunted if the watering hole is empty. Let's do that. Gives us 2, 3. Here we go. We'll do this one. So that gets us to 2, 3, 4. Underground den can only be hunted when it has hungry population. So we're going to discard. Oh, I had hibernating too. That actually would work probably just as well. All right, so let's get rid of 4, 5, 6. This has an attack of... Oh no, none of hers are predators. I just couldn't attack because I wasn't high enough. So, I was adding defense for no reason. I mean, she could turn into a predator here. So we don't want to get damaged. Alright, so let's keep a plated... Let's get rid of fatty tissue to get another population. Let's get rid of opportunistic to get 1 size. I've got a lot of, that's what I said, probably pretty much population explosion here. Now let's get rid of predatory for another population. Technically, these two are kind of do the same thing, now that I realize it. So we currently do 2. That means one is going to be hungry until the following round. So let's do the claws. Claws to get us to 3. So now we will take 3 food. Nobody will be hungry. This one is 4, 5. This has a defense. This is 5. I can hunt him. And this one can't get any more. So I know I can hunt this one. This one is 3 and could get higher. I can't get any higher than 4 though. 4 is my max. After I hunt, I automatically feed 2 more. And then migratory, whenever these guys eat, I get to get food too. 1 food. Right? Yeah, 1. So I get 3, 4. On 1 feeding, I get 4. Now, I get 3. And then he eats 4. So these are definitely fed. So when this feeds, I would get 2 more. So let's do it. Let's go for gusto. We're going to... Let's not get rid of our cold protection. Let's not get rid of our cold protection. So discarded those 2 to get 2 more population. Population explosion. All right, her turn. All right, so can't do anything on this one. When it has all the traits, do I stop trying to look at the card? Because see, like that would make the population increase. Determine. Each other card has 4 columns. Party list. Each side 2 columns. Assign the card to any species, so like kind of highest priority. Whenever 2 or more species and solo in the same party, assigned to the leftmost. No border as a trade. If you cannot play a trade with the species for any reason, skip this species. Okay, so you do still go down it because, yeah, so she would still need to increase her population. So this goes here. So she's going to discard this to increase her population. Yummy, yummy. More food for me. The gear is here. Exactly what I thought I didn't want to see, because that is going to turn them into a hunter. They are a fast hunter, which is fine because I'm not trying to chase them. Oh, we forgot to do an event for this round. This round would have needed one too. Epidemic. After hunting or eating from scavenging, 1 population is killed. Oh, oh my. Oh, I don't have scavenging. Oh, after hunting or eating meat from scavenging. Oh, so my hunting is going to kill my population. If I'd known that, I may not have increased my population so much. Okay, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. All right. So she is a hunter now. So let's keep going. She can't add any more traits, so it's just basically she's gonna increase her population. Nothing here. This one can't use it because she already has 3 traits. So that's for next round. Right? If neither one of them can choose it, she saves it. Yeah, if neither one can use it, she saves it. Okay. All right. This one, which is, she goes up in size, it's already at maximum size, so can't do. What happens when you're maximum size? Oop. There you go. Increase population, no. Increase size. Nature has a file roughly. Size species determines effect. It says follow the rules for size, so I guess the limit's 5, so she can't do anything with that card. So does it? I guess she saves it because she can't use it. Same thing here. She can't use it here because she already added population this turn, but she can go here. She can't add it there. So she saves it. She's gonna have a whole bunch of cards for nothing. The last round. Can't use it. Can't use it. She can. Do we already increase the size here? That's hard to remember. That's hard to remember. Like if I already did this. I'm thinking no, because I discarded Migratory Predator, or did she discard Migratory Predator? I think I did. Yeah, I discarded that. So this is the only one she's discarded. So she has not increased this one's size yet. Or population yet. So she can increase the population. I guess do this whenever I do it. Right? No. Alright, the gear. I already know the gear can't be used. Another gear can't be used. But she has a bunch of gears that she can't use. So depending what she pulls next. For her solo card will determine. All right, so now when we're hunting, we're losing population. Yeah. All right, so do I want to hunt first or want to forage first? I think I'm going to hunt first. So I'm going to have this one hunt. Should I hunt? I should hunt her hunters, right? Yeah, because I don't want her hunters coming after me. They're a size 3. No, but I got defense, so she can't do that. She can't actually hunt me. She's going to have to hunt her own. All right. So I'm going to hunt this one. Which gives me 3. 1 for hunting. 2 for my scavenging. After hunting or eating from scavenging, 1 population is killed and returned to the... Oh, and returned to the supply. So I don't even get that in the next round because it's an epidemic, man. Oh, wow. All right. So over to her. She's going to forage first. So she's foraging for 1. And then because she's hibernating, she's not going to feed the other 2. So mine, whenever they forage, I get this. Now that one isn't on that card, so I'm guessing that one doesn't impact. Because it says from scavenging, it doesn't say from predatory. So, all right, so mine is going to... I'm just going to let her eat to feed this one. It makes sense. So I'm going to feed with this one, so I get 3. So we're good. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to go back and eat. Oh no, this one isn't going to eat again. Dang it. I miscalculated, but that's fine. These aren't going to eat because they're hibernating. So, this one's going to eat. It only has an attack of 3. It can't eat... Actually, can't eat anybody. Because this is 5, because of the defense. Mine's 4, 5. This is 3, 4. This is way too much. 7, that's 8. Definitely can't eat that. So technically they're all going to die. None of them can... Well, 2 of them are hibernating. Oh, no, wait a minute. Both her people are hibernating. And it says if both are hibernating, she doesn't hibernate. So she would have eaten the 2 extra food on this one. This one's hibernating, but again, it doesn't matter because she doesn't treat it. So technically these are all going to die. These are all going to starve. Yeah, so that's going to starve. Then I'm going to eat this one, which feeds both of mine, but then one goes away. So kind of was not really a gain there. And then these are all going to starve. Starve, 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 starve. All right. So all of her starved ones come back here with her dial. Hunter goes away. These go back to her hand. This goes away. This comes back here. And mine are good, right? So collect our points. Oh, hang on, we gotta do cold check. I know I've got it. 4, 5, 6, so good. 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, all good. So okay, so they put hibernate on hers. Hers guaranteed to have the plus. That's why they do it, because they're guaranteed to have the defense against this snow, because she's not going to strategically add the snow cards, right? Because she doesn't know, oh, I need to add snow cards because it's at an 8 right now, or whatever. All right, get rid of one of those. Slide this up. Get rid of one of those. Get us our next event. Choose 2. Oh. Choose 2 population to kill from your species. That's fine. Oh, wait a minute. I would have had my new one out, but that doesn't matter. It matters for her. It doesn't matter as much for me. Let's get hers out there. So 3 goes to a 4. And then she has a lot of population, so it really doesn't matter where she loses 2 from. So we'll just take the 2 from the biggest stack. Volcano. Species cannot forage. There's no point in me even filling the lake for foraging because they can't forage. 5. We are in round 4. And then hunting's going to kill our species. So one event card is killing our species because of hunting, and then the other event card is making it so we can't forage. So basically everybody has to be a hunter to do anything. Yeah. And she's got way more cards than me. 5's kind of high. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I gotta turn this one into... I gotta get that increased, turn it into a hunter. And then she gets 5. So 3 and 2. And shuffle for her. She's got way too many cards. Oh man, she's got way too many cards. Oh yeah, we gotta see what species she has. Predator. Add the hunter trait if its size is 2 or less, and it's definitely not. It's a 4. So she's kind of stuck because she can't forage, but she does have migratory. So can she use migratory? No, because it says you may forage from the supply, and this says you cannot forage. So even that's not going to affect. Yeah, this is a bad round for her. It almost doesn't matter what I do because I'll end up beating her. So let's go ahead and turn into a predator. It's the only way I'm going to keep this species alive. We need 5 cold. We have 1. Oh, wait a minute. I can discard as a free action. It's a free action. I can discard this. That way I can add opportunistic. Yeah, can add opportunistic. That way this one can eat because they're not a hunter. I mean, I could turn them into a hunter. She doesn't have enough people for me to eat. Hibernating, I can treat 2 of mine as if they're not hungry. I'm just going to discard. So discard that to make this a... What do we need? We need to get over a 6. Well, no, I'm just going to treat it as though it's not hungry. So, doesn't matter. So we'll do that. And then we're going to lose these guys when they hunt. This one's going to get fed when I hunt. So we're going to discard 2 more. I'm just going to discard everything. It's the last round. And we're going to get 2 more. 1, 2. There. All right. Crazy lady's turn. So she's going to increase her population. I can't eat. Gear. Oh, when we're in this round. So actually, she would not have increased her population. Hold on. This card doesn't activate. We're in round 4. Oh, this actually would switch too because she lost 1. Round 4, no leaves. Round 4, no leaves. Card doesn't do her any good. Gear, round 4, yes, but you can't attach to this one. Gear, round 4, yes. Hibernating. Oh, actually, this would have had hibernating anyways, so. Oh well. Gear, yes. So fast, which means I can't hunt it. Can only be hunted by species with as many fast traits. I can't even hunt this one. Oh, that's horrible. Gear can only be hunted when it has hungry, which it'll have, but I'm not fast. What is? Yeah, I don't have fast. Gear is this one. Can't do anything. Plants, no plants. This one, increase size, can't increase size. This one, increase size, can't increase size. Leaf here, add 1 population. Hey, we finally have one we can do. Turns this one into a predator. Yay. It's supposed to attach, but it can't attach because it's... Now that's a good question. I can't attach it, so no, it doesn't turn into a predator because it can't be attached. So then it comes over here and can't be attached. Nope. Already did that, can't do that. This one doesn't have it. Nope, that's a gear again. And then we run out of the same thing where it can't add another one. Well, I'll be. So, I can't even do anything with that. They're all going to die though, because they can't graze. So, it's what it is. She can't use hibernating because both of her species have hibernating, which again is foraging, so she wouldn't be able to do that. So, I can only hunt this. These 2 don't need to eat, so we're good. I'm just not going to get any points. I'll get the 2 bonus here. Oh, I was supposed to be adding 2 food every round that I had survivors. I didn't have anybody the first round. I had 2 the second round. Yeah, I lost one in the first round. So the second round I started with 2, I had 2. Why did I not have 3? Is that right? Second round I had, oh, because second round I only got 1. All right, so yeah, so second round I ended with 1. So I should have gotten 2 points for that. Third round I ended with 2. So I should have gotten 4 points for that. All right. First round I know she had 1. Because this one's technically been here all 4 rounds, or all 3 rounds. So she has 6 there, I know, right off the bat. 4, 6. And then this is new. I think she's lost a species every round after that. This is the only one that's been here the entire game, I think. Yeah. I'll give her 2 more just in case, you know, hedge my bets that I didn't give her her things. But she doesn't have much food in here, so I think she's lost hers every single round. This has been well, that was detrimental first round, but after that it wasn't that bad. All right, so he's gonna eat this one, and then my scavenging. So 1, 2, 3, and then I lose 1. And then she comes, can't do anything. So has to starve. All right, back to me. I'm going to do the same thing. After another species eats 2. So these guys are good too. So he goes, does what it does again. So I lose 1 because of the epidemic. She comes over, can't eat, it starves. They come over, they can't eat, starves, 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 starves. Mine don't starve because they're hibernating. That was it. So she had nobody survive at the end of this madness. Now, let's look at our cold. 3, 5, 6. So they survive. So I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31. She's definitely not that high. I mean, because all she's got is what I basically gave her. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So almost double. Almost double. All right, let's go ahead and go over to first impressions, final thoughts. There we go. All right, guys, that is nature. Of course, 2 playthroughs. First playthrough was just the base game. This game, and I'll say it as part of my review here, it needs the modules. The first one it felt very rudimentary. It didn't do much. Whereas when you add the module, it adds a lot more thinkiness, like where you have to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to actually interact. I added 2 modules here. So I had bad things happening because of the natural disasters, and I had bad things happening because of the wonderful cold dice of doom. There we go. CDD, the cold dice of doom. So the first thing is components. The components are really good. This is the deluxe Kickstarter, of course, so you know, nice wooden bits and things like that. The card art is great, you know, beautiful card art on all the cards. Linen finish cards. They're a nice thickness. I don't have any problem with any of that. The dials seem chintzy because they're little cardboard, but it is all made and manufactured to be eco-friendly, so I get that. The trays, right, are like the recycled trays, so that's nice too. Comes with nice trays. The rulebook is the size a rulebook should always be, and they could have gone bigger. Their box definitely is bigger. I could fit this in there, but I almost guarantee you probably the retail box is this big. So again, it's probably the size of the box, but this is the size rulebook should be. You know, it's nice. You can hold it in one hand if you need to. I like the rulebook. The rulebooks were pretty good. Like, everything on them was kind of easy to understand. The game, I think you do have to play it. This is one of those games where, like, even though I watched One Stop Co-op Shop, I watched all of his videos, I think, on this game, and I still had to like reference things both playthroughs. Something else is, I guess we go back to the rule book, right? There was a typo I noticed. I'm going to double check on BGG, but just grammatically, the way that's written doesn't make sense unless the word is supposed to be can't instead of can. And that's how I played it. Also, the player aids, while yay, player aids, doing a whole bunch of bullet points doesn't make things clear. It's just a bunch of bullet points. And then similar, like I mentioned with the Tundra, when I was looking up the rule there, they had something as numbered steps. So you're thinking you're supposed to do each of those steps, like it's part of a sequence, and it's not. It was like, okay, here's option 1, here's option 2. After option 2, as a rule, this is what you do for the if of that rule. So it was just, that was kind of badly done. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, I understood the game. I read the rule books tonight. Wasn't too bad. The text and everything is pretty clear. Iconography is clear. Yeah, I mean, the components are really good. The mechanics. So the mechanics, I don't know how to, I mean, I really don't know how to explain these mechanics. They're multi-use cards, right? So you can use the card for one of 3 things. You can either enhance your existing animal, you can increase the population, or you can increase the size. Each one of those things has a bearing on then the next phases, right? The feeding. If you increase the size, they can go get more food, or if you increase the size of a hunter, they can attack more, right? If you increase your population, that's more mouths you need to feed, but that's worth all the points, right? Your population is really your points. Also, by having more population, if the other person's a hunter, you know, they're going to come back and attack you. So I think it was a really neat little puzzle figuring out how to do that. Now, I trounced her in both games. I don't know if that's a solo thing or not. I remember the reviews. Some of them were saying solo was kind of easy because the bot makes dumb decisions. Like here, I was just going through all of these, and I don't, unless I missed a rule, I don't think she ever removes traits and replaces them. Yeah, it says if no species can assign the card, anyone will keep the card face down in her hand. Yeah, and it says if she can't add the trait, skip it. So I think, and like, for example, in the last round, she could have turned into a predator, but she already had 3 traits. So that last icon did absolutely nothing for her, right? So I think like in some cases like that, you should still do that, right? You would still have to do that ability. So, but again, that's, I guess we are talking about mechanics. That's the solo mechanics. And I think there are some limitations to the solo mechanics. I don't know how to make the bot smarter technically. I guess if you want to make it, there are difficulty levels. So I guess I should preface with that. I was playing on mouse difficulty. If you play on rabbit difficulty, her second species starts at a level 2, at a size 2. Fox size 3, tiger 5, and snow leopard, she starts, or sorry, population. Her population's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, her second animal at the beginning of the game already has 5 population. And then the next thing is her card draw. She'll draw more cards, right? So in this one, she was limited on her population explosion because of the Tundra. That's the rule in the Tundra. But like in another one, she wouldn't be limited by that. So all those times when I drew a card to increase her population, which then should increase the size, I couldn't do. In another game, she'd be able to. So I think that's another thing maybe with the solo is not all the modules are really meant for all the modes. It's just the way it is. I guess the last thing with the mechanics is the modules. So I mentioned at the very beginning, right? The modules really change the game. It really changes how you play the game, right? You add in the natural disasters and your planning goes completely out the window. It's if you want random and not being able to plan, throw in the natural disasters. If you want difficulty, throw in the Tundra expansion. If you want, I think one of these has got like take that in it. So each one of the modules adds kind of like another mechanism or another style of gameplay, right, to your game. Difficulty, like I said, it took a minute to wrap my head around it. even like I said, watching the videos, reading the rule book, it's like, what did I have to do here? What do I specifically have to do there? I think now if I were to play it again, I think I've got it. So I don't think it's a heavyweight game per se, but it is one that I don't think you would want to introduce with new players, just because some of the concepts of like how the feeding works and the order of feeding, and then setting up the combos and the cards to get things to interact, I think would be really heavy for like a new gamer. So definitely a mid heavyweight game. And I could be completely wrong. BGG could have it at 2. Fun at 2, don't know about Fun at 2. Fun at 1, I enjoyed this. It was a fine little puzzle. I did back the new expansion, so of course I will play this solo on the channel again. If you guys want to see more solo of this, let me know down in the comments, because again, I got everything. I got nature, I got flight, I got rainforest, we got dinosaurs. Like I said, I saw everybody has already done those. There's also like a mini module, spring mini module where you lay eggs. And then there's a dinosaur, no, not dinosaur, I think a mammoth elephant boneyard, which does something as well. So I'd play it again. I can't say I'd play this over any other game solo. I think that is probably the key. Maybe at 2, it would be better, right? Because there's more human interaction. That dumb bot thing I was talking about goes away. And then at larger player counts, it's probably even better, because now when you're doing your attacking and things like that, you can actually go after multiple people, right? So you got to find out, how do you plan around, oh, there's a hunter over there, I got to get my armor up. And then somebody else is like, oh, they got their armor up, oh, I'm going to go and make my hunter more than his armor, and you've already gone. So I think there's probably more strategy and more depth at higher player counts. Last thing is the theme. So thematically, I like animal games. I like evolution. I like that kind of thing. I feel like, yeah, you're evolving your creatures and you're putting abilities on them. But I think I said the same thing in the other evolution game. It didn't feel like you were actually creating new species. Because again, it's all got beautiful card art. But it's like, okay, is this a caribou, or is it a monkey, or is it a bear, right? There's no thematic tie to a particular species. And I know it'd be impossible to do that, right? Unless you're playing a digital game where they could make a genetically modified type animal. So it does lose a little bit of theme there. But if you like animal games, you like the thought of evolution and getting abilities on cards, then the theme is fine. It is probably, they could put they could put this mechanic and this type of gameplay on anything else, and it'd still be the same game. I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? I could say that, okay, we're a bunch of warriors, and when I'm adding these things to it, right, instead of getting money, instead of getting foraging, I'm getting money, right? This literally, you could use the exact same mechanics, change the terms, and the theme would pretty much be the same, right? It would just be a pasted on. I don't want to say it's a pasted on theme, because this was made from the evolution system, but I've never played the original evolution system to see how it portrayed that evolution. So somebody have to let me know down in the comments on that one. Either way, guys, that is nature solo mode. 2 gameplays, one with disasters, one with in the tundra, and then one just plain. So of course, if you made it this far, you probably watched. If you didn't, now you can go back and know what I played. If you want to see more content, like I said, leave a comment down below. I will add it to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, bell notification, that way you don't miss any future gameplays. Until next time, guys. Peace.